There are caches everywhere. The caches are off trail. Hey, 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 it's a great day to have a great day. Let's go geocaching. If you've never heard of geocaching, it's an outdoor treasure hunt that you use GPS coordinates to locate caches. And caches can be, I don't know, it can be a box, it can be any type of container. It's a container that generally holds some type of trinket. The idea is that, again, you use the GPS coordinates and you try to locate the caches. They will generally give you like a description of what the cache looks like, and you're going to use your phone or some type of coordinates to try and find that cache. Inside the cache they hold different trinkets. The idea is that you take a trinket and you leave a trinket. When I go geocaching, I use the geocaching app. You can download it. It's free in the App Store, and I have the free account. And then you can pull it up, and based on where you are, it'll show you where caches are hidden. They're generally not in plain sight, but they're everywhere. Literally, they're located all around you that you would never know there's a cache there. I came hiking out at a local, it's a park, but I like it because it has a lot of hiking trails. I generally, when I come out here, I hike about 5 miles. It's relatively flat out here. It's a pretty easy hike, but you can very easily get distance. You can get more than 5 miles. I generally just hike like 5 miles. So in this local park, there are, I can't even count how many. There are probably dozens or maybe even 100. There's a lot of caches. You'll see on the map, and I'll show you a little bit later what that looks like. I'm having to really pay attention with all of the leaves that have fallen. Sometimes it's a little bit difficult to see where the trail is, so I have to make sure I'm actually paying attention to the trail markers, which in fact I haven't seen one in a moment. So I think I'm probably still on trail, because this looks like it's worn like a trail, but I'm on the lookout for my next trail marking, which I believe should be a red triangle. Generally they're pretty well marked, so I should be approaching one here pretty soon. Actually, let me turn around. Is there one behind me? No. But this is definitely a trail, so I'm for sure on trail. Let's hope I'm on the right trail, because this particular park has a lot of connecting trails and a lot of loops, so it's very easy to hop on another trail that you didn't intend to be on. And when I last looked at the geocaching map, I was walking away from the cache, so I'm hoping that it's just a loop, and I'm gonna be walking toward it again here shortly. Well, I do believe I'm off trail, and the reason why is because I can't get through right here. Doesn't look like it, at least, or maybe I can. This water is normally not this high. Okay, so yeah, I am for sure still on trail because here, I believe, here's the bridge. And this looks quite intentional. But it's interesting, I haven't seen a marking in a while. Oh, here we go. So here is the yellow triangle. We are definitely still on trail. The other thing I forgot to mention about geocaching is oftentimes the caches are off trail. So you have to be comfortable. They're generally not too far off trail, but they are off trail. So you do have to be comfortable going a little bit off trail. So let's pay attention so we can find this cache. Another bridge crossing. So as I mentioned before, one of the things I love about this park is that it is in the middle of the suburbs. However, I feel like I've driven out a little far, a little bit of a distance into the woods to find a nice trail. This is right here, just like less than 15 minutes from my house. So again, it is flat, but there's a lot of distance and it's very scenic, very beautiful. Okay, so we are finally on the trail that has the cache. I need to go back and correct something though. Earlier I said that there were a lot of caches in this particular park, and that's not true. I had the map zoomed out too far, and so it was too broad of an area. That particular area did have a lot of caches, but this park has 5 caches. I am hoping that we find this cache that we're headed to. The last time I geocached in this park, the cache we could not find. There were 3 of us looking for the cache for over 30 minutes and we couldn't find it. So either it didn't exist anymore, or it was hidden too well, or maybe it shifted. Maybe it moved due to weather or an animal, or maybe even a human. Hopefully not a human, but we couldn't find that cache. So sometimes that happens. You can't find the cache. Either the clues aren't good enough or your investigative skills aren't good enough. So let's cross our fingers this time. When I head out geocaching, there's a few rules that or principles. These are guiding principles that I use to continue to ensure that geocaching continues to be enjoyable for me and for everyone else. The first one is you always leave the cache as good or better than you found it. So what that means is you don't destroy the cache. If the cache is, falling apart, you try and correct it or repair it as best as possible. If it may be an animal or something, or the weather has moved the cache a little bit, you fix it and you leave it so that the next person can find it. And then a lot of times, if you are on the geocaching app, you can just leave a note and say, hey, you corrected it, or whatever the case is. You just leave it better than you found it. The second thing is, in order for this to continue to be enjoyable, people they like the idea of finding trinkets in the caches. So if you don't have a trinket to leave, you don't take a trinket. You just find joy in the fact that you were able to locate the cache. But if there's an empty cache, that's not fun for anybody. So don't leave one if you don't take one if you don't have one to replace it with. The other thing is that, and this is the final principle that I kind of live by, is that the trinket that you leave should be as good as the one that you found or better. And what that means is whatever trinket you bring, don't bring some bullshit trinket and then take the best one in the cache. You want to leave something equal, or you just don't take a trinket at all. Those are the principles that I live by. Leave in the comments, what are your principles? You've got something to add to that. It looks a little bit like we're heading deeper into the woods. However, we are still on trail. And this is a loop. It looks like the cache is on the opposite side of the loop. So let's keep going. Let's talk about one of the most interesting places that I went geocaching before. Now, as a reminder, caches are everywhere. All you have to do is pop the map open, or pop the app open, look on the map. They are everywhere. They're probably even in your neighborhood. But the most interesting place that I went, which was a long time ago, was a pet cemetery. There was an actual cache hidden in the pet cemetery. I don't recall what was in the cache anymore, because that was so long ago. But that was probably the most interesting. How about you? Where was the most interesting place that you found a cache? Okay, so it looks like we might be close to where we should get off trail. So let's see if I can show you on my phone what it looks like. Oh. So it says that we are the blue dot, and we need to go, that's the cache over here. So we need to go off trail a little bit. So let's see what happens. So let's see. So we've got to be a little bit careful. There's some variation in the terrain. So thankfully, I don't think we have to worry about snakes right now. But in the summer, this will be a problem. We have lots of snakes in this area. And make sure I'm walking. I want to see the dot move on the map to make sure I'm walking in the right direction. I don't think I'm going in the right direction. Let's see. Let me go back this way. Ooh, it's a little deep. A little steep right there. Let's see. Let me read the description. Actually, there's a cool feature that allows you to navigate to it. So let me press that and see what happens. So, looks like it's this way. I was going completely in the wrong direction. It's going to be over there. I need to go around now.
Yo, you making a movie or something?
No, I'm geocaching.
Huh?
Geocaching? You know geocaching?
Geocaching? Talking about the earth?
No, I'm looking for a hidden, like a treasure. It's like a hidden treasure in the park.
In the park?
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds kind of interesting as fuck though.
Yeah. Yep. So you like download a map, and then so it's telling me that the cache is.
He said cash.
Yeah, like like a CACHE. So yeah, it's telling me that it's right there, which is over there somewhere.
How long you been doing? You sound like you have experience in this shit. Yeah?
Well, I've done it several times. Yeah.
What?
Yep. So you just download the app. It's like geocaching. GEO.
GEO and then CA what?
CH. Uh-huh.
That's interesting, bro. I ain't never heard of that before.
Yeah. So there's like 5 of them in this park hidden. Yeah. Yeah.
And what you do with them when you found them?
They leave trinkets in them. Like you leave a trinket, you take a trinket, or you just find it.
What the fuck?
So.
All right. What's your name?
Kim.
Kim?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
All right. Do you come here often to this park?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Y'all be going, all right?
You too. Yeah. So they looks like the little kids are over there fishing. Okay, so it's telling me it's right in that direction. And we are going the right way based on the map. Let's read the description. See what the description says. Details. There's no details. Oh, it says there's a medicine bottle next to a big rock opposite side of the trail from the trail sign about 60 feet. So oh, passed it. Okay. Let's see if I can get down here. Should be really close by. Go around. Okay, it should be right about here. Medicine bottle next to a big rock. Oh, there's a rock. It is right there. Should I pick it up? Let's see. Let's see what is in it. I don't like the fact that it's in a medicine bottle, but let's see what's in it. Alright. Well, I guess it's in a medicine bottle because that would make it be weatherproof. It's not gonna, the rain is not gonna destroy it. Rain or weather. Okay. It just says the trail name, and then there's a sticker that says explore more. Okay, let's stand up. So, what is in this one is a pencil. Looks like a log. And then there's a shell. Okay. So I'm not going to take this. But, so when I left the house, I actually forgot to grab some trinkets. So I looked in my car to see. I was like, what do I have in my car that could be a trinket? Oh, it's in my backpack. So there were a couple of things that I had. And I think one was just this little bell. I'm just going to leave that. And then this is a log. Oh, it's cute. You've even got kids' names on here. It's cute. It says Ethan 5525. That was a bunch of kids. Several kids have left their names. And it looks like the last time this was signed was 12/6/25. And I can't see the name. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave my name. I'm going to leave K. K-A-Y. What is today? 12. Today is December 21st. 12, 21, 25. Okay. So I'm going to leave that. Okay, and this log is nice. It just says like geocaching.com. So if you want to start your own cache, this is nice that there's a log here. It's just printed out from geocaching.com. And it says madcacher.com at the bottom. I don't know what that mad cacher is, but. So, I'm going to close this. And I am going to leave it as I found it. And it was just out here, just kind of like that. But I'm going to put it over here just a little bit to make sure that it remains. Okay. And then what I am going to do is go into the app and I'm going to go into the app and sign the log in the app that says I found it. Okay, found it. Okay, easy to find. Signed the log. Emoji. Post. Okay. All right. So that's that. And this one was pretty close to the trail, so it's nice. It's right off the trail. You didn't have to wander too far off. Like I said, in the summertime, we have snakes out in this part of the country, and so that would have been a problem moving, you know, in this area with potential snakes. Let's see if we can find another one. We've been out here for 75 minutes. And we're not too far from the other one. Let's see if we can go to the other one. One of the reasons why I like geocaching is because it is a great way to add some adventure and some fun to a hike that you're going to already do. Looks like he's out fishing with his son. You catch anything?
Not yet, we just been out here.
Oh, okay.
I hope so.
Yeah. What do they normally have out here?
I don't know. I think it's place, my sister, she recommended it to me. They got little smallmouth bass sometimes, or I heard catfish.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, good luck.
Appreciate that.
So this cache that we are headed to is actually a cache. It looks like, based on the description, it is a cache that was created by the park. So that's pretty cool that, you know, you've got the park participating. So hopefully it's a nice cache with some nice goodies. We'll see. Let's go. So we are now on a different trail. So this is the third trail we've been on in the park, and this one is a blue circle. So like I said, this park generally does a pretty good job with marking the trails, and generally it's pretty easy to stay on trail. There's just a lot of leaves right now. We are in the thick of December, so in the southeastern part of the country. So yeah, every time I say this park is flat, I get reminded that it's really not that flat. It is just flat in comparison to some of the other hikes that I typically do. So as you can tell, I'm slightly winded. I'm going uphill. Let's see how close we are. Oh, there's a nice bird's nest right off trail. So there are two in the direction that we're going in. Well, the area that we're headed. And the original one, it looks like we're walking away from. So the original one that we were headed to, we're walking away from. So it must be on the other part of the loop. Because I think we have to, by the time we do this, we will have almost made the full loop. It won't make sense to turn around, so we'll have to complete the loop to get back to the connecting trail that we need. This park is a little bit tricky, like I said, because there are so many trails and they connect, and a lot of them loop. And looping trails, these are pretty small loops, so your loop can be 1 mile or less than 1 mile, and so sometimes it becomes a little bit of a challenge to know where you pick the loop up and where you should get off, because some of the trails intersect the other trails more than once. So you have to really pay attention, because I've done that a number of times where I pass the exit that I should have gotten off on. So I end up doing the loop more than once. In fact, one time I was out hiking this particular trail, this particular park, not this trail, this park. And I was about to say I saw a green square, and I was like, did we get off trail? But then I looked back here, I just saw a blue circle. I don't know why that green square is there. I'll have to watch that. But anyway, so I was hiking and I was on one of those loops. And I don't know if you've ever experienced this. This is the only time that I've ever experienced it. It's what I call, and I don't know if this is an official term or not, but it was like a hiking hypnosis. The reason why I say hypnosis is because I was hiking and I became completely unaware of time. And so I was so in my mind with whatever I was thinking about that I hiked and I missed my exit. I was just hiking. Like I said, I was in this hypnosis, and then all of a sudden I like woke up and I was like, oh, where am I? And I mean, I was still on the trail, but I had passed my exit. So I don't know. Have you all experienced that before? It was the weirdest thing. It was a little bit scary. It was scary, I'll be honest. So here's something interesting. I don't really know what this is because it is blocked off. They have, someone tore the barbed wire down. There is some barbed wire and there is a lock. Clearly they don't want you in there. It looks like potentially like an old structure. I don't know if I can zoom in. There's like an old structure that maybe they're trying to maintain. But every time I pass this, I think it's interesting. This particular park also has some ruins. There's a stone ruins that's out here, which is actually where that other cache that I couldn't find, it was in that ruins. But we didn't go to it this time. So, yep. All right, so we should be pretty close to the cache. Let me just open it up and see. What? Okay, okay, let's navigate to it. Looks like it's that way. It's on the other side of the parking lot. This is a little nature center for the kids. They can come out here and play. This one's a little bit hard to follow. I think my signal is probably not the best. Should be pretty close. Should be right about here. This one is a little bit weird. Follow the instructions on the sign, because it says that I am here, but I don't see a sign. Let me look at the logs. Yep, it says that I passed it. And it should be right about here. But they don't give a lot of details on what I'm looking for. Well, what it does say is that it is something left by the park, and it is a reminder to put your trash where it goes. Yeah, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this one, honestly. Yeah, I'm not going to spend a lot of time, because it says follow the signs, but I don't see any signs. So we're just going to say no, we didn't find this one. Okay, let's try it one more time. Okay, it should be right about here. And one of the others who found it, they posted a picture. It looks like a tin can, small can. But I am for sure not going to dig around. I mean, I don't think snakes are, actually I don't know if snakes are out or not, but I'm not digging. And the clues are not good enough here. I did read some of the comments, so I generally know. Thankfully someone left a picture, so I realized that it's a picture. I mean, it's a tin can, and it looks like it was next to a tree. There are many trees. So this one was, I'm gonna do one more pass. And what I'm going to do is I am going to go into the app and mark it as I could not find it, and probably leave some feedback that they need a better description of the cache, because it looks like it's only been found 10 times, and the last time that it was found was in September, and we're in December, and it's right next to the nature center where there's a lot of activity, and so there's probably other folks who were looking for it and couldn't find it. So I'm definitely going to leave some feedback that they need a better description. We've hiked 3.35 miles. So if we go back the exact same way, that'll be 7 miles. It does not feel like it's been that long, but all of my batteries are getting low. So never want to be caught out in nature with a low battery. So I'm going to start heading back to the car. But before you go, leave a comment. Let me know if geocaching is something that you've done before, if this video was interesting, if you think that the sport or the activity is interesting, and also let me know what was the most interesting cache you've ever found, or the place that you've geocached that was most interesting. All right, until next time, peace.